My child, stop right now. I am not speaking to whoever happens to be near. I am speaking to you. And I am asking for 1 minute of your full attention, not half of your mind while the rest wanders elsewhere. All of you right now. I don't talk over you like this for no reason. You were getting things done quickly. Things that came to mind were already the next thing and the next thing after that. Then you stopped for a moment. You couldn't explain the pull. You felt the sense that this moment was more important than the others. It wasn't by chance. That was me. If you believe that pull is real, please type on in the comments. What stopped you here wasn't a mistake. It had been planned. I set up this moment. I got rid of the noise so you could hear me. I've seen you say no to 100 quiet invitations and tell yourself you'll come back later. The word later is now one you use all the time. In this case, I didn't whisper from afar. I walked right into your way. Don't let fear take over. Pressure was put on you by people who use time as a weapon. I'm not going to do that. You're not in trouble. Someone is trying to get in touch with you. Feel the difference between being warned and being reached for. If so, type I receive it in the comments. What is reaching for you right now is not a threat. It has your name on it. Be careful, my child. Urgency does not mean danger. It's important to be urgent. It means that you should stop for something. He yells because he can see the edge of the cliff and the sheep can't. As I speak out because I see things you can't, and I love you too much to keep quiet. Please hear me right. You don't have to follow any rules or put on a show for this. You don't have to prove your faith or get in shape before you come near me. Take all of that away. This is about your life. The way it's going and the weight your heart has been carrying by itself. Please stop for a moment so that you can see you are tired, and not just in your body. You are tired in a deeper way, in the place where hope should live. You've learned how to get things done. When you're not connected to yourself, being still makes you feel heavy, so you keep busy. When you're still, the questions you've been putting off come up. But I am in the stillness. I'm not there to stress you out. I'm here to hold you steady. You were not made just to get through the day. They were made for you to be alive inside them. There is a difference between making it through life and living it. And you can feel that difference getting bigger. Right now there is someone who looks like they are getting through the day. These people wake up, go to work and carry what needs to be carried, and they think that's living. The feeling of time slowly getting shorter that they can't put their finger on is the difference between managing a life and living one. The things you carry. There are not tips on how to work harder. It's the same interruption that you just heard. Give it to the person who has been going about their day without anyone noticing that you stopped living inside them. You wake up, go to work, and do what needs to be done. Somewhere along the way, you stopped connecting with your soul. I saw it. There's been a hint for a while now. It's important to do this right away, but not because something bad is about to happen. Nobody ever walks through a door without being seen. You are being tried by something right now. I won't let hurry get in the way of it. Please wait a minute. Do not hold yourself up. Take a deeper breath. Don't think about what will happen next all the time. Right now, you don't need to solve anything. You don't need to make a choice today. Just pay attention. And just listening is enough to start. I've heard the prayers. You didn't say out loud. I've seen how tired you look while you act strong every morning. I know how you handle your confusion in a way that makes no one worry about you. I haven't been kept from any of it. People have made you feel like they don't see you. But I have never seen you. Let me make this clear. I'm not mad at you. I'm not scolding you with a list of all the things you've done wrong. I'm not going to wait for you to get better before I get close. Your heart is getting my attention. The real one. The one that goes below the things you say when people ask you how you are. I'm the only one who can understand that heart's cry for help. And my answer isn't noise or show. It's presence and the truth spoken directly to you at the exact moment you were able to hear it. That you have asked me more than once if I'm real, if I still care, and if you've gone too far. Take this as my answer. I'm here. I care. You're not too far away. You've never gone too far. It doesn't matter what you do next because everything will fall apart if you turn away. It matters because this is just the start, and starts are easy to miss. Life will go on if you quickly drift back. There won't be any big events. That is the very thing that makes drifting so dangerous. The quiet losses are the ones that cost the most. The ones you don't remember until years later. That's not what I want for you. I want you to be awake. You need to be here. Instead of running your life from afar, I want you to feel it again. Type 1 and present in the comments if that's also what you want. Because becoming awake starts with wanting to be awake. That's why I stopped you. That's why I carry this much weight when I speak. Love that never gets in the way isn't love. Love steps in. Not this way, says love. Welcome. Pay attention now. Stay with me. Do not try to find another thing to do. Do not tell yourself that you will do this again when things get better. We both know that calm never comes. Now is the time. Now is the word. This whole time we've been together. Everything I'm about to say has been planned out with care that you can't even imagine. A minute of real listening can make a difference in your day. One day can change everything. I already have the minute from you. I stopped you for this. So, let me show you. If your heart is still open, say amen to me right now. Now, I'll explain why I stepped in. I always take care when I break into a life. This is why I'm stopping you right now. I see something you don't yet. I could see where your heart was going. I saw you about to pick up the weight and didn't even notice. I could tell that you were slowly losing touch with your soul. You were about to be taken away again. By no means a big deal. By something that doesn't look dangerous, but by something that takes time and doesn't seem dangerous. Another task, another hour of noise, and more time spent going from one thing to the next without stopping. These are the distractions that take the most because they don't say what they're taking. Distractions didn't come into your life to hurt you. It showed up dressed as help because you had too much on your mind. You reached for anything that would quiet it down, to drown out the silence, make noise, or move around, being too busy to deal with the tougher questions. I get why you weren't not paying attention. You were tired, but you need to see how much it costs you. When you're always focused on other things, your inner life gets quiet. Not because it goes away, but because no one pays attention to it. You stop being aware of how you feel over time. You lose sight of what you need. You stop being aware of when a part of you needs help. And when you lose touch with the present, even when life is full, it feels shallow. You already know this. Today, it's tougher to stay in prayer than it used to be. It doesn't feel peaceful when it's quiet. As soon as you try to gather your thoughts, they fly away. Even when there are lots of people and things going on around you, you can still feel very far away from yourself. Do not think this is a spiritual failure. My child, when your heart is always beating fast, you can't stop and listen. Being numb is dangerous. I spoke up to cut you off. Not the way you normally think of sin. Not being aware of your own life. Slowly falling asleep to it. You would not have passed out if I had kept quiet. It wouldn't have broken anything. You would have just kept going, telling yourself that you'll slow down someday while the day kept getting farther away. That's how a life gets lost. Not in a single bad choice, but in 10 arrows and small delays. This is where you type 444 since you just named the pattern. And naming it is the first delay you have turned down. You're about to put things off again. Put off getting the rest you need. Don't be honest with yourself right now. Put off the time when you finally stand still in front of me. I stopped that pattern because I had seen it for too long. Figure out what my interruption is. This is not a punishment. It keeps you safe. It's mercy coming before harm becomes normal. When a dad sees his kid walking toward a secret pit, he doesn't wait for a better time to talk. Because he loves, he calls out right away and loudly. The same thing made me call out to you today. I've always told the people, I love this. Do not scare Noah. Instead, keep him and his family safe from the flood. I warned Lot. And he left a city that was already falling apart because of it. I warned Israel over and over again. Not because I liked being corrected, but because I wanted to be close to them. I have always said that every warning I gave was an invitation to live. This one is the same. Every warning has always been a chance to do something. And the person who has been putting up with a long quiet wait as a bothersome thing to get rid of while they wait for a less busy time to stop and listen may need to experience what you are experiencing now. What you carry. There is not an interruption that you are telling someone else about. It's a call to live and find the person for whom this is the moment it was always meant to be. Some people in your past used fear to keep you in line. Emotionally, they made you feel like you were being sucked into a trap. So when you hear something important in what I say, a part of you waits to be judged. Fear pushes you to let go, but love invites you to do so. Panic comes from fear, but clarity comes from love. What I'm saying is important. It doesn't do any harm. Yes, I speak up when I need to, and I won't stand by and let you live far from your own heart without saying a word. You have been rising, rushing, carrying, managing, and meeting everyone's needs while quietly putting your own soul aside like a task for later. Look at your life without shame. It's great that you have learned how to survive, but survival mode was never meant to last forever. It keeps you going, but it slowly closes off the deep places where joy and purpose lie. You were doing something wrong, so I didn't cut you off while you were talking. I cut you off because you were about to miss something important that couldn't wait for a better time. Right now there is a turning point inside you, and turning points are soft things. They don't try to do something. They wait to be seen and move right along when no one is looking. That's why I made sure you saw. I made you go slower. I put off some plans and let some moments go on longer so that you would be here right now with just enough space to hear me. You can call it a coincidence if you want to. It's what I call care. This conversation has been planned for longer than you think. This is what I want from you in return. Do not fall asleep during the rest of this word. If the truth comes close, don't let your mind drift back to its old ways. When you feel like running away to noise, see it for what it is and choose to stay with me instead. Making that one choice over and over will change you in ways you can't even imagine right now. Take a moment to think about that before we go on. Say, I hear you. Lord, please know that every seed you plant in this mission grows into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. But more than your support, we want your presence. When you head to our community through the link in the description or the pinned comment, you aren't just visiting a site. You are entering a community of like-minded believers. This is a sanctuary where you can post your prayer requests, lift up the burdens of others, and engage in daily discussions with a family that speaks the language of faith. Whether you are joining one of our membership tiers for deeper study, sowing a seed of faith, or simply joining our daily morning prayers, you are helping us build a global altar of worship. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through a community that stands together. Each gift you give acts as living water for those in our community seeking healing and hope. Give and it will be given to you is the promise that sustains our shared mission. I invite you now to step out of the shadows and into this circle of prayer. Come with purpose. Join the conversation and plant your seed in fertile ground. Let's open the heavens together. Release your seed today. Join our community and see what God brings back into your life. You've heard this word before, my child. If you are awake, it means I have talked to you before. You have heard me before, but not always the way I sound or with this much weight. My voice has touched your heart many times, always slowly and gently, never forcing its way in. Because whispers make you feel close. I spoke in a whisper. You should have leaned toward me instead of away. Remember, before making a choice that didn't make sense to you at the time, there was a short pause, something that made you feel uneasy, even though everything seemed fine. A quiet thought that wouldn't go away. No matter how many times you pushed it away, it was what you called restlessness. You said I was thinking too much. It wasn't either. You were becoming more aware of things. It was me. There were times when you should have stopped, but you didn't. There were times when you wanted to speak, but didn't. You knew something needed to change, but you told yourself. Snorts, it wasn't the right time. You put off how you felt because it seemed safer not to say anything than to do something. You told yourself that you would listen when things were calmer. And you were stronger. Pay attention to this. I don't blame you for any of it. I didn't. I'm aware of how loud responsibilities can get. I know how easy it is to miss a whisper when everyone else is shouting. There was no rebellion in you. You were careful and tired from doing what you thought you had to do to keep things going. It was clear to me why things were taking so long. So I stayed. There were times when you heard me but didn't move all the way. It was your words. I will think about it, my child. But it means work isn't finished and things that weren't finished come back. That it was ready for you all along. I'm not going over these events again to make you feel bad. I'm going to show you something important. Even though your answer was late, my voice has stayed the same. There was no break in my speech because you didn't answer. I didn't back out because you were unsure. After each push you ignored, there was another one softer or stronger made to meet you where you were. That is what it means to be loyal. In the comments below, say it's not a word. It's an agreement with how things are going in your life right now. It's okay to say amen when your spirit says weiss. You should now understand why my voice is louder. It's not anger. You haven't failed a test that was hidden. It's easier for you to hear me now that whispers are getting lost in the noise. There was more noise around you. The distraction got worse. My voice got clearer, firmer, and more direct as the familiar numbness got stronger. When things change, love changes, too. When a whisper would be lost, love speaks up. Another call is not the same as rejection. It's kindness. If that truth has hit you, type 777 in the comments. Because a call that keeps coming back doesn't do it because it's mad. It does this because the person calling still cares about you. It's not a coincidence. When something keeps coming back to your mind, there's a reason why a question or discomfort keeps coming up or why the same truth keeps coming to you through different doors. It still matters. The door is still open. So I say it again. There is still time for me to say it again. I stay close. But there are times when being quiet would hurt more than talking. And love needs to speak clearly even if it makes you feel bad. Right now you are standing there. Calls that keep coming back through different doors are not going through. It is calm in a way that urgency is never quite. And the person who has been avoiding the same weight by calling it overthinking, restlessness or the wrong time might need to let it in through one more door. What you plant there is not something new. It's the same truth that there may be a day when the person on the other side is finally calm enough to let the door open. This is the reason why today is different from other days. Also, don't miss this. You can hear me now because you have heard me before. You're not far away. You're not cut off. Even a little bit of my voice is in this word. And the fact that we recognize each other shows there is already something living between us. I don't talk like this to people. I don't know. This is how I talk to my own. When you think about the times you turned away, you may feel regret rising. Don't feel bad about regretting something. Instead, understand it. Being aware makes the heart stronger. Shame makes it dull. I don't want you to live through the past again. You need to learn what it has to teach you. Those times showed you where your fears are the loudest. They showed you where you need to build trust more. This time I want something different. This time listen carefully. Not only partially answer. Do not put it off. Stay in the present instead of looking for ways to leave. Not because I'll leave you if you fail, but because being late over and over again teaches a heart not to listen at all. I also want your heart to be alive, sensitive, and quick to act. That heart hears me everywhere. I'm still calling you because I want to be close to you. There is still time for me to talk because your story is still being written. The louder voice you hear today is not anger. It is clear. It's love that won't be ignored for one more season. You've heard me before and you're hearing me now. Every time you hear me after this one, it will depend on what you do with this moment. So, let this call go further than the others. Do not put it away with the things you need to do. I'm here. What am I saying? I'm also waiting not to judge, but to give hope. Pay close attention now because I want you to know what's really at stake. It's not that I love you. My love has found a home. It doesn't change based on how well you do. And if you trip, it won't be taken away. Something less loud and easier to lose is at stake. How sensitive you are, how clear you are, and how easily your future unfolds. If you wait too long, bad things will happen. And I'm not threatening you with this. When something needs to be dealt with, but keeps getting put off, the heart gets used to carrying unresolved weight. What used to be painful becomes normal. What used to bother you is now just background noise. You start to forget what your spirit has been trying to tell you over time. That's the risk of waiting. Not a sudden fall, but a dulling over time. Know the difference. Being late doesn't make me leave. It doesn't make my love less strong. But it does change how well you hear me, how easily you move, and how peaceful you feel. When you keep putting off, snorts, what you already know, it becomes less clear. You start to doubt things you thought you knew. Instead of direction, you rely on things that pull you away. There are doors that are open to you right now that have to do with timing. It's not always loud when doors close. Some people close their eyes in silence because they can't be reached the way they used to. There are no signs that seasons of growth, healing, and new direction are coming to an end. They wait to be seen for a while before closing. If you wait too long to notice, the season changes. What has been holding that door open for you hasn't worn out. So, type 1010 in the comments to get what is still open for you. But you have to walk through doors. This doesn't mean that when a door shuts, everything is lost. I'm the God of new doors, but some things get harder than they meant to be. It's important to learn lessons more than once. Peace doesn't come as soon as it could have. It's heavier than it should be in life. Snorts, that road is not what I want for you. That's why I'm here today instead of next year. Oh, my child, close the windows. Doors of courage for when you feel brave enough to act. Soft windows that let in love when your heart is ready to receive it. Growth is easy to go through when you are aware and open. When you say later over and over, your body learns to keep its peace. Hearts that are guarded live, but you were not just made to live. This is all known to the enemy of your soul. The lie that works best for him is not a dramatic one. The whisper is small and makes sense. Tomorrow is always there. This can be taken care of when things calm down. There is no urgent matter going on. He doesn't need you to say no to me. He only needs you to put me off because a decision that is put off is one that he always wins day after day. That's why he wants this word to fade away and wash over you. When you finally do something, patterns that have held you back for years start to fall apart. This is what he fears will happen. It's not a surprise that a dozen other things are already trying to get your attention and telling you that this can wait. It can't. It's not that I can't wait. You've already been waiting long enough. Listen to what the difference is between panic and need. Fear tells you that everything will fall apart if you don't act right now. Urgency says that we should deal with this now. While it is still possible to be gentle, fear scatters you. Need brings you together. Not when it comes to my kids, but when I need to. I will say Orancy because that's what love sounds like in real time. Some people may look around and see that they don't have a big choice. They may then wonder what all the fuss is about. That's because big changes don't usually look dramatic. They start inside. Being ready to listen. A choice to stop running away from being still. A choice to answer today instead of promising to do so tomorrow. Those quiet turns inside you tell you which paths outside of you are still open. It won't blow up if you put this word aside. Life will go on as usual. Just that is what makes ignoring it so simple and expensive. You will carry a little more weight, numbness, and lack of clarity as you move forward. It's the little things that add up. You would one day wonder why it seems like peace is so far away and why it's so hard to find your way. The answer would not be one big mistake. There would be a lot of small delays, but that's not the story I'm writing for you. All of this is being said while your heart can still feel it. It's worth more than you think just because you can feel it. Being numb hasn't done its job on you yet. There is still love in you, hunger in you, and a pull toward me. That pull is proof that this is the right time. Not my approval is at stake. I already love you. What's at stake is whether you keep going about your days without thinking or start to move with purpose and awareness. Being aware makes a way to move forward. For years, being unaware goes around the same area. I'm giving you the freeway. Don't let fear make you hurry. Do not let comfort sing you to sleep again. Soak up this sense of urgency in a way similar to how morning light makes the edges of a room sharper. Your life is about to change in some way. It's been ready for a while. It was ready for you to notice it. Now pay attention. Follow me. Now, I want to show you something next that is tougher to look at, but that's where your freedom starts. I'm going to put up a mirror. I'll hold your hand while you look at it. Bring it closer now. Take away all the noise until you can only hear my voice and your own heartbeat. I'm going to show you something holy, something that not many people ever take the time to look at. What your soul really feels like. Every day you see your own face. You don't see what I see below it very often. Don't be scared. I'm not holding this mirror up to judge you. It will help you get better. You say you love me. I know you mean it. I heard your prayers. The promises you whispered. Your real moments of giving up. But my child, your heart wanders like a leaf on water that is moving. Every fear pulls it away. For every need, every new worry that comes with the day, you come back to me. You drift off again. I'm not making fun of you for this. I'm giving it a name because names can heal. First, look at the trying. Your goal has been to get better without my help. You told yourself, if I put in more work, you should think more. Pray more. I'll finally get it right. You have carried loads that were never meant to be carried by humans and said it was their duty. You wanted outcomes without a connection, peace without being there, blessing without giving up, and each time you were faster than me. The road got rough. There was no reason for me to make you fall. But I wanted you to look for me first. Take a look at the button. Now you have a tight grip on your life because you think that if you could control everything, you would finally be safe. Being in charge never meant you were safe. My child, it was fear hiding behind a brave face. You were never meant to be in charge of the storm. It was meant for you to rest with the one who controls the waves and the wind. You got more tired as you tightened your grip. You already know this. You've touched it and felt it. Look at the pride that says, I can handle this by myself. Snorts, look at the anger you still feel about the hurts other people caused you. You say you've let them go, but you still have them. Take a look at the guilt you hide. The shame you've never told anyone out loud. I can see everything, including everything that is locked and buried. Also, please understand that none of it bothers me. I came just for this. I heal those who are hurting. I set slaves free. That's what I am because of the past. You don't believe in my love. You thought that I couldn't reach you because of what you did or what was done to you. It didn't. As soon as you did, my eyes kept coming back to you. I have never looked at you and then turned away. You tell yourself you trust me. But trust is more than just words. Trust me when you give me something you don't understand. It lets go of the question why and accepts my answer of when you were afraid that giving up would mean losing who you are. It doesn't. You finally find yourself when you give up because you were never meant to carry your life around with you like luggage. You were meant to be held. Put it down now. The worry you deal with all the time. The anger you keep hidden under being polite. How tired you are hiding behind your abilities. The plans you hold on to because it hurts to let go. Bring them all to me. I'm not going to turn you away. I've never turned you down. I went a long way to get you back and my hands still show it. Those marks don't mean you've been hurt. They show how much I value you. Don't try to earn what I've already given you. Worked hard for years for a love that was already yours before you did anything. My grace doesn't depend on how good you are. The key is that you have to be ready to receive it. My child, stop trying to get things and start getting them. If you try harder for 10 years, that one change will really help you. Take another look at yourself in the mirror and this time see what I see. When you see failure, I see someone who is still standing after fights that no one else saw. The places you see as weak are the exact places where I see my strength. When you think a story is too far along, I see parts that haven't been written yet. I have the pen in my hand. You're not having the worst season. You're not the words that people who didn't see your worth said over you. Now, let me do something for you that you could never do for yourself. Let me clean up what guilt has made dirty. Let me soften what hurt has become hard. Let me open the doors that fear has locked slowly, one door at a time, as fast as your heart can handle. Let the tears come if they want to as I work. They're not weak. These things are letting go of things that were too tight for too long. You were never meant to be alone. You were meant to be whole when I was with you. You are no longer allowed to act like there is no difference today. Come as you are without having cleaned up or put together. In that way, only one person has ever really come to me. Please don't leave this place right away. Very few people are this honest, and when they are, they should be given some time to breathe. You just saw yourself without the armor and you are still standing there loved and mine. That should tell you something by itself. The truth about you was never more dangerous than when you hid it. From now on, be honest, because that's what everything I build in you will stand on. This honest look isn't the end of the mirror. It is the start of a new thought process. If you stay here with me, one day you'll be able to look at yourself and see someone who is deeply loved, fully known, and fully forgiven. I've seen that face the whole time. If you're ready to stop carrying this on your own, say, "I surrender," in the comments. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether while buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Koi community, by doing so, you become part of Jesus, a plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself. Jesus says this is not history. It is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. Let me now answer the question that has been bothering you the most. Where was I when it hurt the most? You asked it when you were mad and tired, both in prayer and in the dark. You have asked it nicely. It needs an answer. And I'll give it to you. On the nights when your chest hurt and you couldn't breathe, I was there, not watching from afar. God, if you are real, please don't leave me. I was in the room when you spoke into the darkness. I didn't go. I stayed until the next morning. Since then, I've stayed every night. You felt alone. Not because there wasn't anyone there, but because pain is louder than presence. If you feel abandoned, it's not the same as being abandoned. And you've never been the second. You thought that God wasn't listening to your prayers. Some of them were answered in ways you don't understand yet. When you asked for a door that stayed shut, I would often give you that door because I knew what was behind it. People who left when you asked them to stay were not as important to your future as they were to your fear. So I let them go. You said that these were losses. Some of them were found and saved. I didn't like seeing you hurt, my child. Pay close attention to that because your religion may have taught you something different. I didn't send you pain to teach you a lesson or break your heart as a package with a secret message inside. This world is broken and it got to you just like it got to everyone else. I refuse to throw any of it away. I can use everything that has happened to you for your good. That's not the same thing as making it happen. That makes it good again. Imagine a field that hasn't been planted in a season. If you only look at it briefly, it seems abandoned, pointless, and forgotten. But the soil is getting stronger again below. That's what some of your empty seasons were like. Not being punished or left alone, but having the ground fixed below the surface where no one could see, not even you. That season was judged by what it grew. I judged them by how well they healed. Think about a river, too. It's not a straight line all the way to the sea. It goes around a stone, goes backwards, speeds up and slows down, and so on. As the water finds its true path, it makes turns that look like detours. Your path has changed in ways you didn't intend. You could slow it down when you wanted it to go faster and speed it up when you wanted it to be still. But it was always moving. It was all for a reason. You're further along than you think. You were most upset by my silence. You saw it as either not being there or even worse, not caring. But there are times when nothing is said. My child, there is the quiet of an empty house and the quiet of someone sitting next to a sleeping loved one. They're alert and not saying anything because there is nothing to say yet. The second kind of silence I used was mine. I never left. I was close, but I wasn't done yet. It was when someone you trusted betrayed you that I stayed honest. After dark. When you were scared but couldn't explain what you were scared of, I stayed until the fear left. When grief made you feel empty, I didn't rush you through it or give you neat answers. I sat in it with you. That's what love does. Love doesn't always get better quickly. There are times when love just won't leave. Look at your scars. Both the ones you can see and the ones you can't. You've seen them as signs of damage. Take another look at them. Every scar is an area that has already healed. There is no such thing as an open wound on a scar. It's the sign of a healed wound. You lived through something you thought would kill you and you weren't by yourself. Still, there is someone who is reading their own proof. Wrong. Seeing proof of damage instead of proof that healing has already taken place in the places where pain left its mark. The skin that came back is called a scour. Someone needs to be told the difference before they keep going with the wrong idea. What you put there is like a soft mirror facing the person who has only seen what broke and never what it turned into after it closed in every fall that didn't kill you. My hand was under you. You've also asked me why some of my help got here so late by your standards. I don't use that method to judge time though. You keep track of days. I think about being ready the right time and 100 other things that move that you can't see from where you are. You didn't have your hands free yet. So, I held back some things. There were some things I put off because you would have lost more money by being early than by being late. No delay was caused by neglect. Not a single one. You were in danger, but they never got to you. And you'll never know their names. There were paths you didn't take that would have broken you. Last-minute plans that didn't work out felt like failure, but they were really my hand closing away. That led you somewhere you couldn't afford to go. You thanked me for the good things you can see. Soon you'll be glad I warned you about all the bad things that could happen. Take the question you've been carrying around. Where were you? And finally give it an answer. I was in the room where you got the worst news. It was after midnight and the kitchen was empty. I was on the long way home when you got lost and couldn't be seen. I was there, and I'm now the same presence that helped you get through the ending will also help you get through the beginning. Know this, I have never let go of you and I never will. What you went through did not hurt your chances. It didn't make you go against my plan. I still call you mine and carry you. And the road ahead of you is different from the road behind you. Stop making the old accusation now. The one that said they forgot about you. We will never forget you. You were held every hour that you thought you were on your own. Take a deep breath. Let it reach the wound that hurts the most. Now, my child, we get to the point of it all. It's the break, the mirror, and the long answer to your oldest question. All of these things have led me to one open door and one choice. I didn't just stop you today to make you feel better. I had to stop you to call you right now. There is an open door in front of you. There is no door you can touch, but it feels more real than any other door you've ever held. It's the door that faces me backwards. Not the distance in the middle where you've been living. Near enough to remember me, but far enough to stay in charge. I want the whole amount back. Every room and locked door in your heart. All of you for all of me. I'm not going to act like this door is always open. I also told you that the seasons change and windows close. I'm being honest. It's not because my love ends. My love will never end. But times like this don't come around very often. Also, hearts don't stay soft by accident. You're soft now. Listen to what's waiting for you. After you say yes. From season to season, the weight that has been sitting on your chest like a stone will start to lift. Not all at once, but really your mind will start to clear up from all the confusion. The way fog goes away when the sun comes up. Fears that have been keeping you up at night will slowly but surely go away one by one. This is not a poetic promise, my child. This is what I do. I am the God who changes tides and makes roads open again. What was hurt in you will be fixed. What was taken from you will be given back to you in more ways than one. Things that were held up will move again. And some of them will move quickly because they were never stuck. It was ready. I'll go ahead of you in days that you've been scared of. I will shut up. What accused you? I haven't changed and I've been doing this for generations. I won't make you say yes, though. Love can only be welcomed into a heart, not forced. So even now at the end of this word, the enemy of your soul is telling you that you can make up your mind later. He has seen the whole fight and is now reaching for his only weapon, which is delay. His whisper will help you find him soon tomorrow when things calm down. He's been singing that song over you for years and it's cost you years. Not now. You can see the trick coming this time. There is no promise of tomorrow in your hands, my child. Everything you've ever had is now. And now is enough. Because I'm not asking you to be perfect for the rest of your life today. Today, I'm asking for this moment of giving up. Things like this happen once in a lifetime. Single, honest, and one of a kind. Now go home to me, not to a building or a set of rules. Come back to the place that made you. The voice that has been with you in all the wild places, the love that would never let you go. You've been lost for too long. You've helped carry loads and fought battles that weren't yours. I never put anything on your back. Put them down on the edge. They don't come in this door. They never would have. And you should change the way you walk when you go through. Take care of the peace we found today. Go back to it every day, even if only for a short time, because that's where I can be heard best. Let the noise find you rooted when it comes back, which it will. Do not give in to the old numbness when it tries to touch you. Remember what it cost you and stand firm. You're not the same person you were an hour ago. Act like it. Invite other people to pray with you. You carry the people you love, even if they don't know it. Say peace over them. Some of what I start in you today will reach them through the things you say. The way you walk into a room and the patience you show, a life that is healed is never healed by itself. A few light spills. Let yours. There will be days in the morning when you question this moment. Since feelings always go away, this one will too. And you'll start to question whether any of it was real. Remember this when that morning comes. Truth doesn't change when we feel something. What I said today wasn't a feeling. It was a word. And my words never come back empty. They do the things I tell them to do. It was sent to bring you home. And it did. I'm not telling you to change who you are. I want you to become the person you are already. Beneath the fear, the striving and the years of taking deep breaths, that person has been waiting for you inside you like a seed in the ground in the winter. Always alive and ready for one warm season. This is the heat. Now is the time. Get into it. So, I'm going to pause. Heaven is getting close. Everything I've said is now complete in front of you. Every promise was kept and all the doors were opened. What's left is yours to give alone. And it's the biggest and smallest thing I will ever ask of you. Your yes, not the yes of tomorrow. Say it out loud in your own words, in your own voice. Right now, I am hearing you the same way. I have always heard you through and through with everything I am. I will answer as soon as you speak, not with thunder, but with calm. It will feel like evening light falling on you. After that, we'll walk forward together from now on. We'll get to the future. I've planned for you. When I called, you stopped. You stayed until the end. You heard something that most people never pay attention to. Now finish what you started right now and don't think about the life you're leaving behind. What's ahead is much better. My child, I love you in 1,000 quiet ways. I've said it and today I said it out loud. Bring it with you. Add to it. Take a break in it. It's going to stay. Lord, say yes. I pick you now. That should be your first step through the open door. You are about to enter your divine future. But remember, this breakthrough is not for you alone. Your testimony is the bridge someone else will use to reach their own miracle. Archangel Michael is inviting you to visit community through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. By joining our like-minded community, you are no longer praying in isolation. You are adding your voice to a global sanctuary where we discuss the Word daily and stand in the gap for one another. This is not poetry. When Jesus says, "Give and heaven will open over you." On this platform, every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and a hedge of safety for your family. Now is your time. Step into our community prayer wall. Share your heart, and as you give, watch God multiply what you let go of. Let's finish this journey together. Visit our community now. Join the family and see your heavens open. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is a divine appointment meant specifically for you. You are being invited into a protected, faith-filled community at the link in the description and pinned comment. A place where divine abundance is not just a hope but a promise built on the Word. By heading to the site right now, you are unlocking access to a sacred community of like-minded believers. When you join our membership tiers, you gain immediate entry to powerful content, daily devotions, and divine insights that are hidden from the world. This is your chance to enter a sanctuary where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support on our prayer wall, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join our inner circle through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the personalized messages and spiritual warfare tools meant to elevate your life. If you feel called to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. For those who want to amplify this work and carry the light home, you can find our guided ebooks and Bibles in the pinned comment. Whether you join as a member or sow a seed through our resources, your presence and energy change the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits.